shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna,
I've been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so.
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
Forgive me, but the best restaurants of the world are here in Vegas. I mean, you have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrities here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here, and Britney Spears came over here like 2 weeks ago.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh.
That's so Vegas. Welcome to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christina Keller, live here each week at the WCOBM studio, right off of the fabulous Las Vegas Boulevard South. It's always fabulous when you're in Las Vegas. I have a very special guest here today, actually, too, and stay tuned for the second segment. We're going to bring in a third person who's involved in this wonderful story. Leslie Penczek, you have a story to share. We met at a social event, actually, and as I spoke with you during the evening, your story was so wonderful, I invited you to come on the show. Peggy had a part in your story, and I'm going to let you two girls discuss that because you know it better than I, but it was so intriguing. You have a gift, and it's in a box, so would you like to tell viewers how this all came about?
Yeah, well, as we talked about, my husband had passed away a few years ago, and I was moving from my son's house into my own home, and I was down in the basement going through all these boxes, and I came across a box of pictures and mementos, and so I started to sit down, and I was looking through all these pictures, remembering, you know, all the memories and everything, and my son comes along and says, "Come on, Ma, you're getting sidetracked here." And so I looked at the box and I said, "Jimmy, my life is in a box." And then, Christine, I looked up at my son and I said, "Jimmy, I'm going to write a song. My life is in a box." And I know you can appreciate this, but it came right out of my spirit. There was like a force that came out of it when I said that. Mm-hmm. Well, now, mind you, I'm just learning to play the piano. I retired. I bought a baby grand piano. My father was a professional musician. That's what he did for a living. But I never learned to play the piano. But I sat down one morning, remembering how my father used to sit down at the piano and play in the morning, and I started to play this little tune, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I thought, oh, this sounds pretty good. So then I started to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I just kind of played it over and over again and kind of memorized it. Mm-hmm. And I got the tune down and put it down to memory, and then all of a sudden when I was playing it, it was like the words, they dropped into my mind, and I said, "Look into this box of pictures long ago, of faces of the ones I loved before they grew so old." And I said, "Quick," and I wrote it down, and then I did it again and wrote the music, and it just came to me like in a day or so. Mm-hmm. So I practiced it for a while, and I asked my son to come over, and I said, "Jimmy, come on over, listen to it. What do you think about this?" So I sat at the piano, and I played it very simply, mm-hmm. And he goes, "Ma, that's pretty good." He said, "Where'd you get the music?" And I said, "God gave it to me." And he goes, "Don't tell anybody. We got to get this copyrighted, you know." And so that was the beginning of God bringing me to divine connections through my life. Mm-hmm. We went to a Make-A-Wish Foundation dinner, and Jonathan Kane from Journey was there, and he also is a believer like all of us, and I sat down with him, very courteous, very nice. I said, "Jonathan, I wrote this song. What do I do with it? You know, do I need an attorney? What do I need to do next?" He whips out his cell phone, hands me a cell phone, and says, here's my attorney, call him up, you know, tell him I sent you. Okay, and so I took the number down, and I called him, and the man's name is Jerry Butler. He's out of Santa Monica, California. So my son and I, we looked him up on the computer, and he's got all these large, famous music groups
Right.
in his repertoire there. And so I called him up, but he was so kind to me and so patient and so helpful. And he took an hour and a half.
And he
talk-
spoke to you personally.
Yes, and
That's rare.
he took an hour and a half. He was sitting with me, and he says, "Now this is what you have to do: get this in order, get this in order." So, moving right along, the song is copyrighted, so it's protected, and I also have a publishing company.
And
right
I'd like
now.
to interject that viewers will be able to listen to actually a composition.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this song is copyrighted. This isn't for distribution. And we will play it following this segment where normally we would have commercial breaks. So please don't go away. You're going to want to stay tuned for the following 5 minutes. Didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I appreciate
can't
that.
wait for it to be played.
I do
Let me
appreciate
ask you real quick, not to interrupt your train of thought here, because you know the story well. You're living this story.
Yes. Mhm.
How long did that process take? I know this just didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in a week.
To write the song, it came to me in a matter of 2 days. I mean, that's why it was so, the tune just came to me, and then the words came in a matter of 2 days, and I had the thing, and I just practiced it. And after we presented it to Jerry Butler, and he helped us, get along, I said, well, now what do I do? And I'm thinking, who would I want to sing it?
There's a process.
Right, and so the next process was, I always liked Michael Bublé, because I've been told that this song is going to be a classic. It's going to be, it has like an endless timeline. It's not going to just come in and go.
It's a timeless piece.
Right, it's a timeless piece. And so I thought to myself, well, Michael Bublé sings a lot of songs like that, that are old songs, and
Right.
they stay with you. And I like the way he sang. So my son, what he did is for Christmas gift, he bought me 2 tickets on the main floor to see Michael Bublé at the beginning of the year, and Peggy came with me.
Nice, girls.
So what we did was I put it in this little box. There's a letter.
And the
in
title
there.
of the song?
My Life is in a Box.
And there's the box.
Right, there's the box.
So
we had 2 of these. So in case we ran into somebody else, we were trying to look for opportunities to get it to him. And I was believing God all the time. I said, Lord, you have to make a way for me to get it to Michael Bublé. And people, they don't know God, they don't believe God and everything, but I know him personally. And
that's
he
what
does
counts.
such,
Seriously, it's
absolutely.
your own journey.
He has done this whole thing and put it in order. So we're watching the concert, and it finishes, and it closes, and it's dark, and I'm still sitting there with the box. And I didn't say anything negative, Christine. I just sat there and I thought, what do I do now, God? And all of a sudden, the concert opens up again, the lights go on, and here comes Michael Bublé to do an encore out of the
wings.
backstage, and he comes down this long runway, and Peggy says to me, she noticed that the people behind me left because I couldn't get to the stage. It was so crowded. She says, quick, the people left. Jump over the seats and get to the runway. So I jump over the seats. I get up to the runway, and I'm standing there with the box. He comes right down the runway. He passes me, and he's talking and singing and things like this to the audience. He passes me a few feet. He stops. He turns around, Christine, and he comes back and he stops right in front of me.
Wow.
And he looks right down at my eyes, and I go like this. I reach up like this with the box to him, and he goes, for me? And I said, for you. And I handed it into the hands of Michael Bublé.
Amazing.
Now, only God could have done something.
And when
like
was this?
that.
And
Oh, I want to interject
yes, well,
on this.
Peggy Thompson.
Is that
yes, we've got about a minute
when
and a half.
when we had this box, people at this concert, there were hundreds of people that are trying to give him something.
Of course.
The whole concert. He never took anything through the whole concert. And during the break before the final songs, when he came back for the encore, I said a little prayer and said, Jesus, if there's ever a time that you could really help us get this song to him. And the next thing you know, he takes this box. Now here's the big Jumbotron with his picture, and he's holding the box.
Oh,
and
how
I'm
precious.
thinking, this is exactly hundreds of people trying to hand him things, and the only thing he picked up that day was her song.
That is wonderful. And you actually were her piano teacher some years ago.
In the very
We're in the
beginning
very
when she
beginning.
got
You
wasn't
had
it?
an idea, too. Tell her about the idea you
Yeah.
had about the movie and Celine
Oh,
Dion.
this is such a classic song. It'd be good because it does talk about life and ending life, and especially now, like Celine
Celine's
Dion
turning a whole
losing
new
her
chapter.
husband.
I understand
This
that.
would be a wonderful song for
Right.
someone like her that reflects upon her life and the people that have passed.
And again, the
it's really
title
interesting.
is My Life
My
is
Life
is
is
in
a
a
Box.
So I
and
think
I'm really believing God to open the doors for a movie because I belong to a ministry, and the money proceeds from this is going to go into Kenneth Copeland Ministries.
I love Kenneth Copeland. We'll have to talk
Yes.
about that. I do have to go to break.
Okay.
Don't forget, we're going to play the song during the break. Please stay tuned. Quick shout out to the Red Roof Inn on Paradise across from the Hard Rock, my sponsors. Again, do not go away from your screen. You're going to be first witnesses to this wonderful song. We'll be back.
Look into this box of pictures long ago, of faces of the ones I loved before they grew so old. Now I just remember these memories of the heart, of faces of the people who soon may all depart. Where did all the time go? The people they have passed. How much time do I have left to fill this chest I have? Now the box is open, but soon it may be closed, only to be put away and glanced at times by those that would remember my life that's in this box. I leave to them my memories to keep within their heart. Now the box is open, but soon it may be closed, only to remember the one whose life it holds. Life, it goes so quickly. You enter, then you're gone. All too soon you realize the meaning of this song. Now the box is open, but soon it may be closed, only to remember my life is the life that it holds. Life, it goes so quickly. You enter, then you're gone. All too soon you realize the meaning of this song. Now the box is open, but soon it may be closed, only to remember my life is the life that it holds.